When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.
You know, we've said for years, sometimes you just need to hear it from someone who's not biased. And that's where we come in. If you message us, we'll toss it out to our, Ben and Kelly listeners and see if we can help steer you in a direction with your issue.
So we got this message. It said, I've been with my husband for a decade. He's always been a jealous person. Mm-hmm. What I used to see as cute only has me on edge now because he's worse. He's really controlling. He gets irritated if I want to hang out with my married girlfriends or if I simply want to do something without him that isn't involving going to the grocery store. Now, it isn't all bad, but I just feel like he only wants me to stay inside the house all day, every day, and never leave besides doing things that I have to do for him or our teens. Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed to have a life for myself anymore that doesn't involve him. But now that I'm starting to enjoy life outside of the house and is bringing me happiness, it's causing so many problems. I just want some opinions on what I can do or say to him to get him to change his outlook on things for me, because it's getting to the point where he's suffocating me by not giving me any freedom in our marriage to be safe or to be happy as myself, happy as his wife, and happy as a mom. I'm only allowed to be 2 out of the 3.
Gosh, that is just... Okay, so here's where kind of the tough love comes in. And, I already know that we have so many people who, always chime in week to week and day to day on these group therapies. And are like, leave them, get rid of them. And you know what? It's so easy to say because you're not in the situation. You haven't invested 10 plus years of your life in this relationship.
And share kids with them in the whole deal. I know it's so easy for us to say, well, you knew what you were getting yourself into, because she kind of admitted, he's kind of always been like this.
Yeah. And it used to be cute and now not so much, maybe. Yeah. This is one of those cases where it's a tough one because you both have to get something out of the relationship.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be a situation where really only professional counseling can maybe help him see how he's suffocating her in the marriage and how he needs to be able to make her feel equal, give her the freedom she needs to breathe, and that kind of thing. I don't know if anything she says is going to be able to make him see her point of view other than getting like a third party involved. But getting him to counseling could be a big challenge, too. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a good point, because coming from her, it may not hold as much weight as coming from somewhere else. So, 502-571-9970. I'd love to hear from someone who maybe has experience dealing with this sort of situation. I don't know, who could offer up some advice on the next step for her. But yeah, this is group therapy, where she's self-admittingly... she's trying to now have happiness in her marriage, but she's getting some resistance from her husband of over a decade because he has been a jealous person and is kind of controlling and things like that. And she's just like, I just want opinions on what I can do or say to him to get him to change his outlook and let me be happy.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good suggestions on text message. One came in, please tell her to listen to the podcast, That Anger Management Crap. Mm-hmm. The episode Chrissy and I Talk, it's about a husband and wife that are going through the exact same thing. It would really help her out. Therapy would also help as well. A lot of people, mentioned counseling. Seems like it's in order. We did get some messages from a couple of guys who said that they were just like that. Mike said it opened up a whole new world when she sat down and talked to me about that. I wasn't aware that that was what I was doing. And now she does her own thing. I do my own thing. We still do things together, and we're in a much better spot. Jared kind of said the same thing. He said, I was bad about this until my wife gave me an ultimatum. Ease up, have trust, or we're done. And I changed, and we're both a lot happier.
Okay.
So maybe he's not aware that he is this controlling.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So I don't know if she is, we're not sure how much of an effort she has made to sit him down and point this out to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be, and hopefully he can find that or at least realize, oh, you know what? I didn't realize that I was being this way. But
that can be hard for people, though, to hear criticism about themselves and figure out, how to change if that's the way that he's kind of always been in their relationship.
Dang. Okay. All right. Group therapy. If you've got any other comments, you can at Ben and Kelly Show. A lot of different comments. And sometimes it's that tough love that you're trying to, I guess, get from other people and really show your partner that, look, or at least get some ammo to walk into that conversation that it's going to be tough to have with your partner about, literally changing how he's been acting the past 10 years.
Teresa pointed out something on Facebook. She said, ordinarily, when folks talk about something their spouse does, it irritates them. They add in their good qualities. Mm-hmm. You didn't really do that here. She did say, it's not all bad, but that's about as far as she went. I think you're fed up and you want more, you want better. I would suggest counseling for the two of you to at least try to resolve things. If nothing else, the counselor can help facilitate why you're leaving. He may not realize this is something that bothers you if you found it cute before, which is what she mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah, that's
a really good point.
Good point. We did get a text from Riley who said, look, I agree that she needs to sit down and have a conversation with him. She needs to make sure that she validates his feelings first, knowing that we all can't control how we feel, but how we act on our feelings. She can then express her feelings and they can work together and find ways to meet in the middle while being mindful of how certain things make each other feel.
A couple of other people pointed out and tossed out the word codependency, that her husband is codependent and definitely needs to see a doctor or counselor about it.
Okay. All right. Group therapy. Sometimes I think she knows what she has to do. I think she just needs the courage and the encouragement to do it.
Well, yeah, and I think if she sits him down and just says, listen, I love you and I love our family and I want us to stay together, but I'm feeling smothered and we need to figure out a way to make me not feel like that.
Yeah, right.
By changing you. Exactly. I don't know. Those are not the words that we say.
I don't know if that's
concept.
Exactly how we say it, but
I don't know how we say it. That's pretty much the gist.
All right. So anyways, if you want to listen back on the group therapy, we'll post it up on the Facebook thread, and you can also chime in as well at Ben and Kelly Show.